Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Eric. And thank you to Karen and Randa for holding it down while we were frolicking in the UK. And we were frolicking, actually. We had a really good time.
I'm just gonna interrupt and lift up Corey and Miss Sharon Hill and also Eli, who also helped hold down really exquisite community practice while we were frolicking.
Fantastic. Thank you all so much. Yeah, and I hope to see some of you this weekend in Durham. We're gonna have a good time. Um, and of course, by good time, I think we're just gonna get together and struggle, which is wonderful, you know. Sit in discomfort, right? And which is the work, right? To choose the discomfort and to allow the medicine to arise from the discomfort, right? You're already uncomfortable, you might as well get medicine out of it, right? So, well, let's not waste it. My God, let's not waste our suffering because we can actually waste our suffering, right? We waste our suffering because we struggle to ask our suffering what it needs, what it's trying to tell us, right? Because suffering is also a teacher for us. Everything is a teacher, everything becomes the guru if we say yes, right? Um, this is what we're working on right now in our new Saints course is, how do you say yes to the medicine that feels hidden or it's coming cloaked and wrapped in something that doesn't feel convenient for us, you know? Yeah. But so much of this, as we have often talked about, is saying yes to the freedom, right? Saying yes over and over and over again, showing up and saying yes, which is very hard work right now, because it's easy just to say fuck it, you know, just fuck feeling everything, fuck dealing with people, fuck this, fuck that. At least that's what happens in my mind. You may be much more realized than I am. Um, but I'm always having to consciously say yes because it's so easy to say fuck it, not to give a shit, not to care, right? Um, Not to hold space for the discomfort, the suffering, right? To let the confusion become an excuse for not doing shit, right? I'm confused. I don't know. I don't, yeah, yeah, you know. But to say yes over and over again and the effort, the labor that takes to say yes, right? And the saying yes is how we are consuming the chaos, right? The falling apart, that's happening right now. This apocalypse, which is only just a returning back to our deepest experience of what we are, back into our most authentic expression of indigeneity, back to healing, back to balance, right? It feels like hell because we're so out of balance, right? And to come back into balance where everything is just being held is really painful work, right? Because we've built and covered up all the cracks, all the things that are ugly. We've built structures and narratives and systems and institutions, and we begin to self-identify with these things. And now those things have to give way. They have to disintegrate. They have to fall apart, right? And if you're so self-identified with these things, it will feel like you're dying. There's a real dying. There's a real death happening, not just the physical death, right, which is happening all over the world, but there's a real spiritual, psychological, right, death that many of us are moving through. And some of us are already dead. I think some of us are in the underworld right now, and we've been there for a while, moving through the darkness, moving through the shadows, trying to retrieve something. And that underworld work is, yeah, it's overwhelming, right? To go into the shadows because there's medicine in the shadows. So it's not easy for anyone right now, you know? It's not easy for the bodhisattvas. It's not easy for the new saints in training. You know, it's not easy for the wealthiest 1%. You know, it's not easy for the people we consider beautiful. It's not easy for Beyonce, right? It's not, right? It's not easy for the Golden Girls, right? You know, wherever they may be, you know. And by the way, thank you for being a friend. And so don't sit around and think, oh, it's so much easier for such and such. No, it's not easy for anyone right now. We're all moving through this. And this is why we come to our practice. This is why we come to sit at the feet of the Buddhas, the great bodhisattvas. This is why we come and take refuge and practice, right? Praying to Medicine Buddha to, to help us to draw this medicine, to lift this medicine, call this medicine from everything that like we're habitually running away from, to call the medicine from the pain and the suffering, to call the medicine forth from the trauma, right? To call the medicine from deep, from within us, you know, because we are the medicine. At the end of the day, we are the medicine, we are the doctor, we are the nurse, right? May we become the medicine for all beings, which is what we're doing in Medicine Buddha practice. We're becoming the medicine. We become the medicine by awakening, remembering what we are. By remembering what we are, that we ourselves are expressions of Buddhas, which is only to say that we arise from emptiness and space and energy, right? We are already free and liberated, right? But we have forgotten that. And so we practice to remember, right? And we begin to remember through awareness. We begin to know, right? To know means that we come back into the moment, come back into the present timeline, because there's no liberation in the past, there's no liberation in the future. There's only liberation right now. To show up and say yes to this moment. Even though the moment is not so glamorous, not so sexy, maybe not so interesting. But the moment does become quite interesting when you begin to understand that the moment is actually trying to get you free. The moment is just a doorway, a portal, right? Into this complete remembrance. It's very simple, very direct, but also the hardest work that we will ever do, right? We're trying to get back to the top of the mountain, right? We're trying to get back to the pinnacle. It's real easy to slide from the top of the mountain. That doesn't take so much effort, you know? You just hurl yourself down, right? And then you're like, oh, I have to get the fuck back up there. How do I do that? Right? And this is what we're doing. And this is what we're saying yes to, climbing the rough side of the mountain. Right? As the elders would say, climbing the rough side of the mountain. Right? So quick and easy to fall to the bottom, not so quick and easy to get back to the top. But here we are. And once we get to the top, we'll it will reveal itself to us that there was no mountain to begin with. There was no fall, there was no ascent back, nothing ever happened except a thought. Right. By then, I hope you won't be so resentful. You know, you get back to awakening, you get back to enlightenment, and you're like, what the fuck? I just like daydreamed this, and it took this long to get out of it. Yeah. But time is subjective. What is time? What is a lifetime? What is eternity? Right? What is forever? I don't know. So much effort to get back to something, to get back to a place we've never left. Isn't that's bullshit. You should be pissed off about that. And then after you get tired of being pissed off, then come back, get back to practice. Right. So let's enter into practice. Let's do this. This is a very full week of ceremonies, and all the witches are very busy around me. All the covens are planning everything. And I'm like, it's too much. Everyone's doing some type of like ritual and this and that, and some circles, and you know, like all these femme and women circles. And then they're like, but Rod, you can come. It's like femme, women circles, and Rod. Come on, Rod. So, yes, Day of the Dead. Um, Samhain. Um, yes, the harvest, the celebration of the harvest. I mean, so many things. This is what I call ceremony season, because from now through really like um the solstice, it's just like so much happening, including Diwali as well that's coming up as well. So it's a focus on lights. It's a focus on the balance of light and darkness. It is a balance of honoring, celebrating the work of the summer that's yielded harvest, abundance, and it's a preparation to move into rest and restoration. Right. So a lot's happening here in this moment. Um, and at the same time, right? Yeah, yeah, and we have this fucking election, so that's happening too. So, which is a ceremony, another kind of ceremony. So what we're gonna do is just hold all of this. We're just gonna show up and say yes and see what happens. We're gonna call Medicine Buddha. We're gonna call some other beings. Like we're gonna open to our healing. Like we're gonna do our prayers. Um, and we're gonna try to get as much medicine as possible, you know, for ourselves, and medicine that we can share with others who very much need it right now. So we'll begin. And also welcome to those who are new. Welcome. It's so wonderful to have you if you are, or if you haven't seen me in practice. It's so good to see you sharing the space. This always starts like this, by the way. So this is, as I say, you may think, well, I never learned medicine Buddha like this. And I agree, because I didn't either. So there we go. So we have something in common now. So we enter into practice through ease, not through anxiety, not through anticipation, not through just trying to like get it together, just a simple yes at the beginning of our practice. Yes. Let's just say yes to the moment. Yes to the seat under us. Yes to experiencing the weight of our bodies and the seat rising to hold us. Say yes to just being in this community, this digital community, with people joining in all over the place. And remembering our intention, right? That we're practicing to get free from suffering, to get free from duality. And we're getting free, not just for ourselves, but for all beings. I I am doing this labor on behalf of everyone and everything. As I blow my nose, I am removing and blowing the mucus out of all beings' noses. Sympathetic practice, everyone. Sympathetic practice. Whatever you do, do it on behalf of everyone. And that opens, that decenters the sense of I, right? It doesn't get rid of I, it just decenters. And so it opens up the space, not just for me, but for us, we. Mhm. We, we're trying to get free. We're trying to survive the next few weeks. We're trying to be sustainable, to thrive. We, not just me, we, us. And what does it feel like for us together to be getting free? That when we're starting this practice together, this is our commitment to collective liberation. What does that feel like to know that you're not alone? That you're amongst countless beings, both in the physical material world as well as in the spirit energetic world. We're all of us together trying to get free. Allow, allow that awareness to expand, to just consider that when we say yes to this work of getting free and healing, that we belong to this community, this network of countless beings that transcends not just this world, but countless worlds, countless dimensions, countless timelines. That we join this noble cause that even the Buddha was a part of, and many awakened beings are a part of. Again, it's not just you, it's us. We're getting free together. We're healing together. We're lifting, right, from these really dense frequencies to these higher vibrations. We're lifting together. We're not doing this alone. But each being, regardless of who they are or what they are, each being individually has to say yes. And when we individually say yes, our individual yeses, our individual consenting begins to join, begins to connect to every other being's consentment or consenting, saying yes. And so we're saying yes together now. Yes. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how dark this is, no matter how rough this mountain is, we will continue to say yes. And feel the consent, the saying yes, awakening in your heart center. What does that feel like? To feel the yes in the heart center. What does it mean, or what does it feel like to say yes to the medicine, to say yes to becoming the medicine? To even say to yourself, I am the medicine. And together we become the medicine. And you have to let go of trying to figure out what the medicine is at this point, or how the medicine manifests. And if the medicine is a topical or an oral, right? If the medicine is contraindicated or not, this is move beyond all of that. This is very abstract work here. But stay with me. May I become the medicine, and may we become the medicine. Just saying that over and over again and not thinking about it, not visualizing anything. Of course, whatever arises, arises, but we're not forcing anything to manifest. We're just training in this view. I am the medicine. We are the medicine. And as you're contemplating this, reflecting on this, can you offer your body permission to take up space, to expand, to let go of the ways in which we feel as if we're desperately trying to hold ourselves together. And can we just let ourselves fall open? Again, may I become the medicine. May we become the medicine. I am the medicine. We are the medicine. And just kind of sinking into what that contemplation awakens for us. And in that contemplation, or in the essence of this contemplation, we are also tuning into the essence, the consciousness of the medicine Buddha as well. Because this is the deepest aspiration of medicine Buddha, is to become the medicine, which is the deepest aspiration of all bodhisattvas and all bodhisattvas that awaken into their Buddhahood. That this has been the primary aspiration, perhaps languaged in different ways, but this is the essence of this primary aspiration that drives all beings to this ultimate remembrance, this awakening, that I become the medicine. I become the medicine that I'm already am. As I become the medicine, we become the medicine. And what does it feel like just to experience the medicine awakening for you? We'll turn our attention to the first of our mantra, this invitational mantra, Om Mela Sangye Kino Soha. Om Mela Sangye Kino Soha. We'll begin with chanting Om, and then chanting the main mantra 3 times, and then coming back to a long Om. And we're calling Medicine Buddha into this practice if they're not already here yet. Let's begin with Om. Om. Omela sange kino so Omela sange kino so Omela sange kino so Om. And so, as we relax deeper into this experience of becoming the medicine, we shift our attention to Medicine Buddha's main mantra, Teya Taum Bekense Ma, Bekense Rasu Sumungate Soha. And as we chant this, and you can listen, you can chant along in your own space. Either way, letting this mantra transform you into the medicine that not only you most need right now, but the medicine all beings need right now. And holding the central reflection, the central mantra or contemplation, which is, may I become the medicine, may we become the medicine. I am the medicine. We are the medicine. And just opening, relaxing, settling into this whole experience. O te ara begenze, begenze, ma begenze, raza sumungate soa. Te ana begenze, begenze, ma begenze, raza sumungate soa. Te anta begenze, begenze, ma begenze, razu sumungare soa. Te anta begenze, begenze, ma begenze, razu sumungate soa. Te anta begenze, begenze, ma begenze, raza sumungare zoa. Te anta begenze, begenze, ma begenze, raza sumungare zoa. Te anta begenze, begenze, ma begenze, raza sumungate soa. Te ata begenze, begenze, ma begenze, raza sumungare zoa. Te ata begenze, begenze, ma begenze, raza sumungate soa. Te ata begenze, begenze, ma begenze, raza 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세와 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 마 백은세 라스 수문 같아 소아 대야다 온백은세 백은세 mabegenze, razuzumungadezoa, teaza, umbegenze, begenze, 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 mabegenze, zumungadezoa, teaza, umbegenze, begenze, mabegenze, razuzumungadezoa, 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 teaza, umbegenze, begenze, mabegenze, So I'm just turning my attention to the uplifting of the prayer requests. Again, we call into the space once again all the Buddhas, the Bodhisattvas, all members of the awakened Sangha. We call you into this space and we offer these prayers to you. We offer these prayers directly into the arising of emptiness itself, and we pray that our prayers are met and what we are most needing to happen, that these prayers bring about the causes and conditions of real medicine to emerge in every situation that we're offering prayers for. We're offering prayers for me to embrace change, release what I no longer am, and for me to be surrounded by safety and well-being as I continue to learn hard lessons. Prayers I come into my power, prayers for us all to learn from the darkness, shadows, and light of Diwali. Prayers for all beings in all realms, timelines to be free. Prayers for Lama Rod's complete liberation. Prayers of bountiful blessings for the Buddhist Parsha community on our path to liberation. Ashe. Offering prayers for all the people who are anxious and terrified about U.S. politics. May we have peace in our hearts as we go forward to do our best in our lives. Prayers of gratitude for the work I have, asking for extra guidance in this holiday season with extra work, having a warm, loving, and supportive environment for my teen in crisis, and caring for myself. Prayers for a peace-filled election and post-election within the U.S. Prayers for an unambiguous blue wave election at all levels. May the politics of compassion and freedom prevail over hate. May it put us irrevocably on the path of healing and justice for all beings and the planet herself. Prayers of gratitude for all of the support, seen and unseen, that I've received and am receiving. Offering prayers for Elle that she has the resources to make it through this last night of packing, that the moves are patient and skilled tomorrow, that her pain and fatigue do not worsen, that she can recover in her new apartment with ease and courage. Offering prayers for Michelle that she grieves well her broken heart, prayers for the immunocompromised, prayers for the people in Sudan and the Amhara people in Ethiopia who are suffering amidst genocides, prayers for guidance as I discern a formal institutional commitment in my spiritual path, prayers for peace, healing, and freedom for all beings everywhere, prayers that Serape's dreams all come true, and the same for Joni, that R feels stronger, alive, hungry, and engaged. That I surrender more deeply to the divine stream and let go of fretting. May we experience abundance in all ways. Thank you to my guides in the universe for bringing me and all that I need to grow and do my work. May I have the strength to fully heal and evolve as soon as possible. Prayers for the strength and power to help in the ways that are needed. Prayers that my daughter may receive everything she needs for her transition. Prayers that she finds work that is meaningful and a community that loves her. Offering prayers for Uncle Marty and all those suffering from any form of cancer. Offering prayers for Al as to prayers that Al is able to overcome transgen trauma, get humble, and dig into that work to save his relationship with his daughter. May all his benefactors engage and pierce his heart with love. The divine will be done, not mine. Work. Offering prayers for me as I heal from a stem cell transplant. Prayers for M&R that may they experience healing and freedom. Prayers for my mother's hardening body. May softness find her. Prayers for my father making it to retirement. May he know rest. Offering prayers for my partner and I. The money pot is low, but may it rise. She shall rise. Offering prayers for our bodies that we may love them, accept them, nourish them, comfort them, and heal them. Offering prayers that my mom and I can be gentler and gentler with each other. Offering prayers for liberation for all suffering from depression and loneliness. Offering prayers for my ancestors that we may communicate clearly and with abundant love. Prayers for my earthly beloveds that they may be cared for and well. Offering prayers for those in great transition, struggle, and grief. Prayers that we birth a new world from our deep love and liberation. Prayers for my dear cousin Emma as they continue to move through chemotherapy treatment for breast cancer. May this process be as easy on their body as possible, and may they feel the love and support of their family and community along the way. Offering prayers for my mom, and may she experience the healing she needs in body and spirit. Offering prayers for the time of transition I'm in. May I have the courage to follow my intuition and remember always that I am held and being taken care of. May I find my path. Offering prayers for CJ as they navigate health and financial hardship. May they receive the resources they need with love, compassion, and joy. Offering prayers for the Sudan, for Congo, and for Palestine. Offering prayers for Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, Iran, their kin, their beloveds, their diasporas, for all trapped in bombarded hospitals, Gaza, and elsewhere. Offering prayers for all who are taking part in the election process. Offering prayers for my dad's COVID recovery, prayers for my mom's Alzheimer's journey, prayers for recovery with COVID and trauma and cycles of harm, prayers for all beings at all times in all realms who will not make it, who will never remember that they are already free, prayers for Daniela and Alexis as they try to conceive, prayers of freedom and of physical and emotional pain for Sergio, prayers that what what he need what prayers that what needs to be protected is protected through this election season, that what needs to fall apart falls apart. Prayers that I may feel the wound in me that says I'm not doing enough. Prayers for healing of lands of the Mikonan, the Mikakan, and the damage of exportation of avocado industry. Prayers for El, who is soon to embark on a big journey. Prayers for bones to knit, maybe even with added strength for the courage to surrender, for the immediate lessons of those injuries to come into clear focus. Prayers of gratitude and appreciation for the good days and the joys I have been able to experience despite being in the midst of so much global suffering. Gratitude for living within the complexity and the non duality while not getting swept away and lost in the deep pain of this phenomenal experience. Prayers for the world. May we heal our darkness. May all beings be safe and protected. May all beings be free. May all beings feel and know divine love. Prayers for me as I experience overwhelm and exhaustion in adapting to a new job. Offering prayers for my neighborhood and find calm and clarity and kindness, and if necessary, parse out the confusion and move toward healing relationships. Offering prayers for my practice and abilities to benefit others. Offering prayers for myself and my loved ones as we navigate changes in familial relationships. May we be safe and happy. Offering prayers that Harris and Walter may and many other excuse me, many other electeds who will censor the needs of other people will win out of the upcoming election, and that we can all move forward into healing together. Prayers for the anxiety that so many are feeling, including my own. Offering prayers for Mike Shea, who died last week, for Alice Lloyd, who is transitioning, for the hardened baby to gain more weight before he's born, for Karen Kay, recovering from surgery, for Frank H., also recovering from surgery, for my children and their children. May they love and thrive. Prayers for physical healing and neuropathy and joint pain and emotional competent of that. Prayers that I continue to know what is my work to do and do it. That we all feel loved and supported and offer love and support wherever it's needed. Offering prayers for my abuela as her speech and body slow, as her muscle fades, spirits commune with her, and through the heartbreak as she grieves for 4 sons, 3 of whose lives transitioned in the past 3 years. Offering prayers for my abuela, mom, dad, sister, brother, whom live with dreams deferred, prayers that they find the intimacy and peace with their gifts and paths. Offering prayers for my son's wrist surgery tomorrow, during a mental health crisis. His wrist was broken months ago. May his wrist be completely healed. Prayers for a victorious outcome for the upcoming preliminary hearing. We pray for a ruling of mental health diversion or something better. Charges dropped, case dismissed, and for the softening of the hearts of the law enforcement and the judge. May the humanity of all beings be seen and acknowledged. And prayers for all of our miratos. We offer a prayer too for the transition of all beings who are in transition into the spirit world, for those beings who have recently transitioned into the spirit world, and for those beings still trying to find their way through the spirit world. In Bardo, we pray for their easeful transition. We pray as we enter into this time of deeper connection with the spirit world that we are able to offer whatever medicine and benefit is appropriate to all those who've gone before, especially our ancestors, both in near and far. May they all find their way back to ultimate liberation. As always, may all systems of harm and violence be completely abolished. May we remember who and what we are, so that we may transcend the cycle of suffering and delusion as quickly as possible. May we all remember now, and may it be so. And so releasing these prayers into the care of our sources of refuge, all the members of the awakened Sangha, the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas, the deities, and so forth. And we offer a final prayer also to our sources of refuge, that they bless us, all of us, that we become the medicine that we need, and that we become the medicine that all beings need. And also vice versa, that beings become the medicine that we need as we become the medicine that they need. May the medicine freely flow into this world until all beings are free and healed. So returning back into our mantra work, again, just returning back into the same practice of just imagine becoming the medicine. O te ataum begenze ma begenze raza sumungate soha te ataum begenze ma begenze raza sumungate soha te ataum begenze ma begenze raza sumungate soha te ataum begenze ma begenze raza sumungate soha. Rasa sungate soa. I'm making a final aspirational wish that I become the medicine, that we become the medicine, that I am the medicine, and we all together are the medicine. I may the medicine freely flow uninhibited into this world and all the worlds, freeing every being from all of the causes and conditions of our suffering, of our incarceration and confusion. May it be so. And shifting our attention back to the seats, the weight of our bodies and the seat rising to hold us. Beginning to offer some simple, slow movements back into the body, even a few deep cleansing breaths. So when you're ready, just shifting your attention to our closing prayer in the chat box, Shanti Deva's prayer. Again, recite this 3 times. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space, and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach into the ends of space. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, I always support the life of all the boundless creatures, and until they pass away from pain, I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach into the ends of space. And finally, may I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, in a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures. And until they all pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of beings that reach into the ends of space. All right. Fantastic, everyone. Thank you so much for your practice. Um, and I will see you next week as well. Next Monday. Um, fantastic. All right.